today's. First of all, I would like to thank you all for sharing with us today's the online workshop for electronic rumor and fake information and how to avoid them. Please allow me to invite Dr. Jamal As-Salmi, Head of Information Studies Department from SQU, to start the workshop. Please, Doctor, start.
Thank you, Suha, for introduction. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. I am very glad today to speak with you about an important issue or topic, especially during these days. So my topic will be about rumors and fake information and their negative consequences, and also how we can avoid these issues. Hopefully, I can finish within half an hour, and then we can start or open the discussion about this topic. So let me share my presentation with you. As I said, it's about electronic rumors and fake information, consequences, and ways to avoid them. So you can see from this picture, I brought these two images. The first one on the right side, you can see it's like an ad about fresh juice. You can see from the annotation, they said, or he said, that it's 100% fresh juice, cure all diseases, including corona, keeps you young forever. And you can see it's within an electronic media. And you can see behind this man, there is a money giving to him to give this ad. And also you can see the original juice he is advertising behind the mobile on the right side. It's like an artificial juice, not a real juice. So it's kind of providing fake information about or unreal information about a product. Also on the left side, you can see an iPhone, and there are two copies. One is original and the other one is fake. And for normal people, they cannot distinguish between the two, between the original and the fake product. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Holy Quran in Surah Al-Hujurat, verse 6, يا أيها الذين آمنوا إن جاءكم فاسق بنبأ فتبينوا أن تصيبوا قوما بجهالة فتصبحوا على ما فعلتم نادمين. This verse actually summarized the whole topic for today. So I'm not going to translate it or not even giving the meaning of this verse, because it's really very intense of meaning. It needs a lot of time to provide the meaning of this. So I direct you to go to look for the meaning of this verse. But in Arabic, you can also understand what is the meaning of these verses. Here I show you a quick summary or statistics about the use of social media and the internet within a minute, within 60 seconds only. This is for 2020, and you can see how much time spent on social media. For example, you can see from the left side on WhatsApp, there are about 41 million users share message. Can you imagine? 41 million message per 60 seconds only. So it's really huge amount of information shared online through different social media platforms. Also here, there's another study about the use of internet and mobiles and social media within or during a day. You can see some people, they check their mobile in the mid of the night. Some of them, once they wake up, start to look for their mobile and check any message and so on. within traffics, within the work and so on. So you can see that social media is following us during the day. Every time we check our mobiles, we check our email, we check the social media and so on. So this kind of information, actually, what kind of information we receive daily? What I mean is the main information we receive. Are they really important? Are they really useful? Or they urgent for us? Actually, it's about 80% of this information are not important, not necessary, not urgent, and even not useful for us. So mainly we get information that just for entertainment. Some of them, they are not really important. Some of them, they are fake and so on. So we have to be careful about the information we get daily and what we waste our time on. According to this fact, so what cannot be controlled in this age and what we can control? What cannot be controlled is the amount of information published on the internet and also on the social media. So we cannot control people or restrict them on what they can publish on the internet, but we can control ourselves what we can get from the internet, what we can read from the social media, who we can follow, our reaction, we can control our reaction and so on. So something that we cannot control, people, they can publish everything they want, even bad and good things, they can publish every piece of information, videos, image, text, news, and so on. But we can control ourselves. We can select what we can read out of these platforms. What is a rumor? I think because the meaning in Arabic is the إشاعة الإلكترونية. A rumor is an official, interesting story or piece of news that focus on this might be true or not, or invented and quickly spread from person to person, which might also cause negative consequences. So it's like a story or an event might be true, might be not true, might be invented by someone else, and then this kind of story or this event or news will spread from one person to another very quickly, and then we cannot control the consequence of this story or this piece of information. What purpose of rumors? Why people or some companies, some agencies, some states, they put some rumors on social media? There are many purposes of this. Some of them they intend for financial purpose to get money out of these rumors. Some of them for political reasons between countries. Some of them just they put it for entertainment, to entertain people about this rumor. Scientific people, they sometimes they create rumors and send it within a community to study the reaction of those people against this story or this event. Also, some of them, especially now within the social media, some of them they just invent a story to attract followers, to give a strong story or a very rare story in order to get followers on social media. Also, some governments, they create these rumors in order to get people reaction for upcoming legislations. So some of them, before they order a legislation or a decree, before that they start to put rumors or create rumors in order to see how people will react against this kind of news. From these statistics, you can see the influence of social media. This is the statistics of Twitter. You can see the President Barack Obama, or ex-president of United States, Barack Obama, he has about 130 million followers on Twitter. Then second by Justin Bieber, 114. And then the sixth which was the President Donald Trump, the last president of United States. Donald Trump, he has about 89 followers on Twitter. And then you can see also the list, about 20 persons on this list, and their followers number, and also their activity. You can see that most of them, they are musicians and also football players and president of United States. Two of them are on the top list. I think all of you remember what happened to Donald Trump at the end of his period by December and also by January 2021. He started to refuse the result of election, and he started to say that this election was not appropriate, was deceived, and so on. So he used social media in order to convince his followers about he has the right to win the second period of his presidency and start to refuse the result of elections and so on. So you can see from this image that he has about 88.7 million followers on Twitter, and his account was suspended by Twitter management, and also I think on YouTube and Facebook. You can see at that time his tweets was assigned an alert by Twitter. For example, you can see the blue two lines. This claim of election fraud is disputed, and this tweet cannot be replied to, retweeted, or liked due to a risk of violence. So he started to use the Twitter and other social media in order to convince his followers that he is right and the election was stolen by Biden and so on. So you can see the negative consequence of these tweets. That's why Twitter and other social media tried to restrict him on using these media. Also here, another example of his tweets. This was deleted by Twitter. You can see the alert. Some or all of these of the content shared in this tweet is disputed and might be misleading about an election or other civic process. From this image, you can see the most or the famous three people on the world right now on social media. Exactly, Zuckerberg, Bisashi, and also De Rossi, Facebook, Google, and also Twitter. Those three people were questioned by the Congress regarding the issue of what happened in 6th of January 2021. You can see, you remember that the followers of Donald Trump, they attacked or even entered the Congress and started to stop the finalization of the election. So it was an issue within that day. So the Congress, after that, they start to question those people about the effect of social media and their rights and so on. You can see that how much the influence of social media on these issues. So that's why those people are really important in our daily life, because we use their platforms in order to share information. And you can see the consequence of using these media to share misleading information. So when rumors spread very fast, they spread very fast within low education communities, also where there is less transparency. If there is ambiguity between the government and people, there is no clear legislations, there is no clear clarification about policies and so on. So rumors will start to spread very fast. Also, if there is a lack of trust between the lack of trust of official media, if you can see a country that the official media doesn't represent the real life of people, So on the other side, rumors will start to spread in these communities. If the official media try to cover every issue within the country, cover it very transparent in a transparent way, then rumors will decrease very fast. Also, some of them they capture the emotional need of people. For example, religious emotions. You can spread rumors about religion, about races, about ethics, and so on. These issues attract people in their side. So that's why in this way you can attract or you can spread rumors very fast. Also, you can capture special events. For example, you can see that within 2021 and within 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic, I think most of you encounter many rumors about this COVID-19, about the causes of this pandemic, about how we can cure it, and so on. So people they start to use this event in order to put or spread their rumors. Some of them they send information without authentication, without any clarification, without checking whether they are really right or wrong. Even we can see that some people, even they are not doctors, but they start to talk about this COVID-19 and try to give advice about it. What are the negative consequences of rumors? There are really many negative. Sometimes we cannot even expect the consequence of these rumors. For example, they start to confuse the state and society intellectually. People they cannot get confused about issues and events. So because they cannot distinguish between the right or the fact and the fake or unreal information. Also, they cause problems by delusion and intimidation by these increasing the events and so on. Also, they can cause psychological problems and also cause problems within the families. Rumors, if they spread within families, also they can really get even divorced and serious problems within a family, within big families and so on, within communities, within tribes and so on. Also, they can affect the national security if their rumors on the side of political, they can affect the national security. Also, they can affect the credibility of official agencies. People, they cannot trust official agencies anymore if rumors spread very fast about this or against these agencies. Also, they can make pressure on decision makers to take quick actions or quick decisions. Sometimes these rumors, if they are really spread very fast within a community, the other side, agencies or decision makers, they cannot wait too long until they need to have an action to encounter the consequence of these rumors. So sometimes they may take quick decisions. Some of them they are not mature decisions, in order just to elevate these rumors. Also, they can cause financial problems. For example, if you put a rumor against a company or against a state, against, for example, if you say that there's a volcano or there's a storm coming to a country, this kind of rumors may affect, for example, business people in order not to do any project within this country. The other side, what is counterfeit or fake information? They are really related. Fake information, what I mean by fake information is that something that can be made as a real. It's not a real, but it can be made as a real by the voice or by even the image of a person. They do this by for dishonest or illegal purpose. Mainly, they do it for illegal purposes. For example, stealing other identity and making crimes and so on. Nowadays, we can see or hear this term, deep fake technology. What is a deep fake technology? It's like a video or a sound recording that replaces someone's face or voice or both of them in order to see, like they use artificial intelligence software in order to replace the original person. I think some of you got across this video of Barack Obama. He's talking.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time, even if they would never say those things. So, for instance, they could have me say things like, I don't know, Killmonger was right, or Ben Carson is in the sunken place, or how about this? Simply, President Trump is a total and complete dipshit. Now, you see, I would never say these things, at least not in a public address, but someone else would. Someone like Jordan Peele.
You are the real person.
This is a dangerous time. Moving forward, we need to be more vigilant with what we trust from the internet. It's a time when we need to rely on trusted news sources. It may sound basic, but how we move forward in the age of information is going to be the difference between whether we survive or whether we become some kind of fucked up dystopia. Thank you. And stay woke, bitches.
You can see this video that Barack Obama is not real. His face is real, but his movement was artificially modified by software. And even his voice, it seems like the original, but it's by someone else's voice, talking very normally, but intelligent software make it real as the voice of Barack Obama. And remember, this video done by, I think, 2 years ago. Now, the technology is really very precise about providing deep fake technology. Even the movement of the eyebrow and even your movement of your hair, it's really detected by this technology, and you cannot detect the real or fake videos. What is the negative consequence of deep fake technology? It makes it difficult to detect and thus affect the trust of information sources. You cannot imagine, is it really the original video or a correct video, or it's a fake video, even video or voice recording, or even an image. Image, it's like old technology for using Photoshop to modify a face of someone else, and you can put it within body of someone else. But videos and voices is a new technology, and it's really precise in a way that people cannot distinguish between the real and the fake video of this person. Also, it can increase of counterfeit crimes. People, they start to create crimes by these technologies, not real crimes, but they can create it as real crimes. Also impersonate the identity of famous people. You can see, I will show you an image of Elon Musk. He is the director of Tesla company. Someone used his face in order to enter a Zoom meeting, and those people, they thought he's the real one, and even they were shocked about his entering the Zoom meeting with them. Also, it can affect the rigging elections by this deep fake technology. Also, they can use it in the phishing and social engineering crimes within this social media. Social engineering crimes is really a new issue facing people within social media. This is the image of Elon Musk. Those two people, they were to finish their Zoom meeting, and suddenly this image appear with their Zoom meeting and start to talk normally. And even they were really shocked. You can see here the woman, and also this man. Really, they thought he's the real person. They thought he's Elon Musk. So we can use this technology within different actions. You can see how much fake information we have in our daily life. The fact is really rare. It's not too available to everywhere. So you have to look for this fact and ignore the fake information. Here, just an example of an image really spread widely. And you can see the original one. It's really normal image, but people, they can play with this image and then they can use it for political reasons. You can see how Putin tie or hold the tie of Obama. And you can see the meaning of this image. It's like some meaning behind it. Also here, it's really happened within social media accounts. This is for Dr. Abdullah Al-Aremi. You can see the original account, and here his account. You can see the fake account, just they add number one, the same address, the same account number, the same name, the same image, the same profile image. Everything is the same. Just people, they can distinguish between the two with the name here and also with the followers. Here you can see that he's joining the Twitter in 2014 in July, and he has about 24,000 followers. But here it's a new account, and also it has only just 6 followers. You can see this is a fake account. As this really happened too much within Oman and within countries. And those people start to target doctors within universities and college, and also with famous people. They start to steal their accounts and try to attract followers by using the name and the identity of someone else. Here are some tools in order to how to get rid of this fake information. We can see for image and even videos, we can use Google Image, we can use Snopes.com and also TinEye. I will show you examples of Google Image and also TinEye. Here a video, just please watch this video. So you can see from this video, I just here, you can see TinEye technology or the TinEye website. It's very easy to check any image you got. You can see that these days, sometimes we get the image of old legislations or old tweets of people and start people to resend it again within special events. So you can easily go to TinEye and then you can upload the image by this icon, or even you can put the URL of this image, and then within the result you can select by sort by oldest, and then you can see the first time this image was published. For this occasion, you can see this image was published in 2020, and this one was published by 2015. So you can see that people sometimes they start to use image within different events. Let's also go to Google Image. How we can check.
So they say a picture's worth 1,000 words, but when you're searching for an image online, how do you know that every one of those words is true? We're going to show you a simple trick You can do it with Google, and it's called a reverse image search. Okay, so there are a couple of different ways you can do this. The first one is to go to images.google.com. And you can go over there. This looks like a normal Google search page, but we have the Google Images icon, and you'll see the little camera search by image icon right here. That's key. Now, one of the first ways, so one of your first of the few options we'll show you today to do this is a drag and drop. So let's say you have an image saved on your desktop. Here it is. I'm just going to drag it right over here into the search bar. It will upload the file, and I get a whole list of hits where that image is in the page. And so I can then go and investigate all of these different sources where that image shows up. One of the second options you can do is to click the little search by image icon, and you can paste a URL in there. And let's say I've found a URL where this image I want to search is, and I can paste it in there and search. Once again, I will get a big list of hits of different sites where this image shows up. Let's talk about a third way that is even a little bit easier to do, and this is probably the simplest way and one that I highly recommend, only if you're using Chrome though. Let's say you're on a web page and you find an image and you want to know more about that image. You can right click or control click on the image and then scroll down here to search Google for image, and automatically a new tab will open up in your Chrome browser giving you the same results. So the last step you want to do, and the most important one, is probably to ask some critical questions about the results that you just found. You want to ask questions like, on what kinds of websites does this image show up? Are there any clues about where the image originated? Has the image been altered in any way, any place that you've seen it? And that's just the tip of the iceberg. For more information about asking critical questions with a reverse image search, or just a...
So you can see also from Google Image, as he said that, even you can see if the image was altered by different versions of this image. So this one is available within desktop and also within mobile apps. If you have Google in your mobile or smartphone, you can go to Google, and then from the options on the right side, you can select desktop version of your mobile, and then you can see the image or the icon of camera, and you can use the same as within this video. So you can check any image if it the original version of this image or different events used by this image. So here I will end up my session or my lecture with some advices how to cope with these issues. The main advice is to slow down or practice critical thinking of everything you receive or read from the internet or from social media. First thing, please check the source of this information. Who is providing this information? Is he or she is really an expert within this field, or he is just a normal person or just a social media influencer? So check the source, the person who is talking, or example, the website providing this information. You can check the source, or even, for example, videos and so on. So check the company or someone who is behind this information. Also, you can question yourself, what is the purpose of this or of providing this information? Why this man or this person is providing this kind of information? Why this agent providing this information, or this company? So once you understand the purpose, you can see that if this message or this information are really correct, or they are fake information. Also, the evidence. Are these information provided with evidence? For example, sources and supporting image, supporting numbers, statistics, and so on. Also, the logic of this information. Do the facts match the conclusions and recommendation provided within this information? I came across a study or just a tweet about a study said numbers of information, and then the conclusion was really different from the information or numbers provided. So sometimes they really provide correct numbers, but the conclusion and the recommendations are not real, not out of this study. Also, the precise of this information, are the numbers and statistics provided really correct, really logic, and so on. Also, check the currency of information. Are they really at this time? Sometimes we can see tweets and so on. They are they go back to many years ago, but people they keep resent this information. And it's really happening about COVID-19. We can see some policies or legislations was made in 2020, but people they keep sending it within 2021, and they are not current. So we have to check the date of these tweets. Also, regarding the source of information, we have to check: is it really trusted source or not trusted source? Mainly the trusted websites or sources, they are from governments, from official agencies, and also from very known people. For example, consulate, for example, experts, for example, doctors within hospitals or within universities. Even the websites, we can distinguish between the commercial websites, they end by .com, and government websites, they end up by, for example, edu. We can see that this website is educational, or for example, .gov. For example, all the ministries in Oman, for example, Ministry of Education, moe.edu.om. So we can see that the edu means that this is an educational website. .gov, it means that government website. But .com, .net, .net is network website, .com is commercial website, and so on. So we have to check the website of this that provide information. Not trusted sources, for example, social media. We cannot trust the information we get from social media unless it is from a trusted source. For example, we have a social media account for ministries in Oman, also for special agencies in Oman, and so on. So these websites, we can trust on them. Otherwise, we cannot trust the information getting from social media accounts, normal people, unless you trust those people. Also from forums and other normal websites. Also, just please practice this advice. When you hear any news, make sure it is really correct. Once you verify this news, then is it really benefit to send it to other people? Sometimes it's really correct, but I don't have to send it to someone else. They might not be interested to hear about this information or this news. So we can stop sending everything to other people. Sometimes if I see it's really important to them, then I can send it with a supporting evidence. For example, a link to the main information, or a supporting reference, or the author of this information. Also, another advice is, for example, the information literate person, he has, for example, to define his information needs precisely. So as a literate person, you can have to practice to define your information needs very precisely, what you need out of these internet websites or from these social media. Also, define information resources and research tools. You can see there are many research tools, for example, search engines, library catalogs, databases, subject directories, and so on. For example, search engines. There are many search engines. We have Google. We have also Google Scholar. As academic person, which one I should select? Also, we have, for example, Wikipedia, and we have Britannica Wikipedia. So which one to select? So you have to define your research tools and also your information resources. I should go to trusted information resources, for example, peer-reviewed journals, conference papers, and so on. Also get trusted and useful information. So you have to check this information. Does the author of this information is provided? Does, for example, this author is known and is relevant to, for example, he's working within a known company or a known university. Also, we can practice to compare information with other sources. If I got this information, so I need to check it with other sources. Does it really match to what other people they said, or it's really on the opposite side? Also, we have to cite our sources properly, following our style, for example, APA, Chicago, and so on. So we have to practice to cite every source or any piece of information within our use of information. So these are the summary of some of advice we have to practice within these new social media platforms. Thank you very much. I'm really glad to stay with me for this lecture. So you can start now, or you can start asking questions by write them in the chatting, or you can. It's up to you if you want to unmute yourself and ask your question.
Dr. Jamal, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Again, thank you very much for a wonderful talk. Indeed, this is a very fantastic topic whereby we should not judge, or we should not come to conclusion to any information that is sent, whether via the social media or any other sources. Okay, it's a very relevant topic to today's technologies, actually. I normally use actually Google Image, but TinEye I have not used. What about the videos? You can get an authentication from TinEye?
Yeah, you can get it. For example, if you can play the video, and for example, with after 1 minute, you can stop it and then capture the video as an image and then upload it within TinEye. Also, it can detect this image from videos.
Okay, okay. No. I'm not image from a video. I'm talking about the video you want to authenticate, whether this video is correct. From TinEye, it can be done?
No, not TinEye, but from the other website, snopes.com.
Snopes.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even within Arabic, remember them, but there are many websites for Arabic news. I think it's they call it Isha'a or something. It's in Jordan. They detect any rumors within the Arab countries and try to define these rumors and try to provide the correct information about these news.
Okay, mashkoor. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Any other question?
شكرا دكتور.
خلاص ماشي تمام.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Jamal for his cooperation and support, and I would like to thank everyone for attending this workshop. شكرا دكتور جمال، شكرا لجميع الحضور.
Thank you very much. Also, from my side, I'm really glad to be with you today, and thank you very much for attending, and wish you all the best, and thanks a lot. شكرا.